Hey everybody, Greg Poole here at Bowjunky Media, bowjunkymedia.com. We're at the 2022 leg of the National Triple Crown. It's time for the big boys. This is the PMRs, the pro male release. I'm joined by senior pro, PSE pro staffer John Vazzi.
Here we are.
I'm telling you, this weekend's coverage is brought to you by PSE. We got Levi Morgan at a 417, Danny McCarthy with a 416, Shane Bragg at a 411, Joseph Goza at a 407, and Justin Martin with a 407. But I'll tell you what. These guys,
we saw we had to see a little while ago.
These guys have the unit of measure. The bar's been set extremely high for these guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Sharon Wallace just came out here a few minutes ago and
She
shot
lit
4
it
out of
up.
5 inside out.
Yeah,
Bonus rings for 12s.
Yeah.
So
which is new for everything's
Yes.
new here for the IBO.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scoring it an extra point, making it 12 versus 11, and plus to have this coverage from Bowjunky Media, which is we're all blessed with it, and we're all happy that you're doing it, and we're happy that the IBO is all on board with everything too as well.
Yeah, well, and look, I just got to tell you, the IBO and Brian Markham have been, since they asked me to come to IBO Worlds last year, and we went, and it went extremely well. The golf coverage went over ridiculously well, but they've been great to work with. I know that there's some folks that historically that have had.
Do you hear that, Greg? Do you hear what's dropping down on this canvas? The rain's coming back.
Yep. So we are there. They're just doing some bonus ring
judging.
adjustments for Justin Martin and Joseph Goza, but these guys, and now the rain's kind of starting to come down again. But I don't think the rain we're going to get right now is going to be like it was.
Well, I didn't check the radar
the other day, or not the other day,
just
earlier today, I should say.
Yeah, for the
all right, here we go.
underclass.
So these guys will get them on and get them gone. And for those of you that were wondering, there was an announcement that the IBO will not be allowing umbrellas, but there was a little bit of confusion there. Actually, it was just more of a lack of clarification. The umbrellas would not be allowed to block the wind from the side of archers, but if archers needed it, like here for rain or for
sun
yes, then the umbrellas would be allowed at 12 o'clock with the umbrella holder standing behind the archers.
Levi's got a 10.
Levi starts off with a 10.
427.
I'll tell you what, we've seen this Levi Morgan, Danny McCarthy show before.
Yeah, let's see if they can outdo Sharon. Oh, there we go.
Danny McCarthy shoots a 12 right off the bat.
Yeah, there's 28. Just pulled ahead.
So in the very first arrow, Danny McCarthy takes the lead over Levi Morgan. So Levi's going to have to pick it up right away.
Yeah, he is.
Shane has a 10.
421.
Shane's been shooting incredibly well.
Oh, my God, so well. He's doing so well.
And he's a great guy.
Justin Martin has a 10.
Justin Martin with a 10.
Oh, these guys, they went out of line here, I think.
That's what they came over and were talking about, 417.
And
Joseph Goza has a 10 for a
417. So they're tied
417.
still.
All right, after one arrow, we've already had a lead change. Let's go to the Bowjunky leaderboard and check it out. All right, everybody, here we go. This is Greg Poole with Bowjunky Media. We're at the second leg of the National Triple Crown. It's the PMR, the pro male release. Levi Morgan came in with a 1-point lead, and in the span of one arrow, Danny McCarthy jumped right over him with an inside-out 12. I'm joined by PSE pro staffer John Vazzi. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by PSE. Obviously, we appreciate their support, but the rain's starting to come down a little bit, but it's not windy.
It's not windy. Rain's coming straight down.
Yes.
Which is good.
So Levi Morgan, the free ride, there is no free ride here, especially with Danny McCarthy on your heels.
No, but even, that was only the first arrow, and
Right.
with 5 arrows, you never count that man out.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, so let's talk about that real quick. I mean, Danny McCarthy kind of has the advantage to begin with. Number one, he was just 1 point behind. He's had an incredible career.
Yeah.
But people have so much expectations for Levi that it kind of he gets so much shine and has so much expectations. A guy like Danny can slide right in.
And Danny, he's earned everything he's gotten so far
Yes, he
too.
does. Justin Martin Oh yeah, I mean Danny McCarthy has absolutely had a legendary career. 425. I mean he won Reading back to back. I mean Danny can shoot.
Yeah, you can.
Shane Bragg has a 12.
Oh, there we go.
Shane Bragg with an inside out. Good for him. 33. Shane Bragg with an inside out 12. That's exactly what he needed.
McCarthy has a 10.
Dan McCarthy with a 10.
38.
Levi needs a bonus ring here in a bad way.
Levi Morgan has a
Levi
10.
with a 10. He's not going to be.
27.
He's not going to be.
Has a 10.
37. And he had a 10 too?
Yep, 427 for Joe Goza. So Levi Morgan needs to get some bonus rings going here. Let's go to the Bowjunky leaderboard and see how things shake out.
Starts now.
All right, everybody. Greg Poole here, Bowjunky Media. We're back for the third arrow of the shoot-off in the Pro Male Release, second leg of the IBO National Triple Crown. We have some weather kind of moving in here. We've already had a couple delays today. And so as things progress, the female pros, of course, put on an absolute show. Danny
Sharon
McCarthy.
Wallace, she just did a bang-up job
Unbelievable. Coming into this shoot-off trailing by 1, Danny McCarthy took the lead on the very first arrow. After that, both Levi and Danny shoot 10. So right now it's going to get pretty tense there between Levi and Dan, no question about it. Moving down the leaderboard, once again, we have a similar situation where Shane Bragg basically has third locked up as long as he doesn't do any, make any
But
big
after seeing
mistakes.
what Sharon did, Joseph Goza can simply easily also put in a couple of center
He
11s
could.
there, making them 12s and
Absolutely.
be caught right up to him.
That's a fact. Absolutely. This arrow looks a little low down there.
Justin Martin has a 10.
Justin Martin with an 8.
That gives him
33.
433.
Joe Goza has a 10.
10 for Joseph Goza.
437.
All right, here we go on the
Levi Morgan has
Levi
a
with a
10.
10.
Levi 10. That's 447.
Yeah, Levi's gonna need to get some bonus rings here
Yeah.
because Danny's historically not the guy that's gonna make any mistakes.
No.
Dan McCarthy
There you go.
shoots an 11 actually.
449.
Yep, to
2-point
increase-
lead now.
He does. Levi only has 2 arrows to make that up, and
Yep.
And Shane Bragg has a 10.
Shane has a 10 for a 443.
443.
So Levi Morgan falls 2 behind Danny McCarthy heading into the 4th arrow. Let's go to the Bowjunky leaderboard and see how it looks. All right, everybody. Greg Poole here at Bowjunky Media. We're on to the 4th arrow of the PMR Pro Male Release here at the second leg of the IBO National Triple Crown. We got some rain coming down. We've had some delays, but here we are. We're shooting. Levi Morgan needs to get a bonus ring here.
He needs an inside out.
He was not in a position to come in and just shoot 10s. There's just no doubt. So
No, and he's shooting that bed buck, and I don't know if it's quite center.
yeah, I don't know
He may have
if
got a bonus ring though.
I don't know if he was cold because they didn't have a practice bag over here for them to stay
Right.
warmed on. I don't know exactly what.
Well, I see him
What was
glassing
going on
over
there?
Danny's target right now, so he's probably wondering where he's at.
Yep. As well he should because
Yeah.
Danny currently has a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Danny hits another bonus. It may be
That'll
the end.
that'll pretty much be
Curtains.
a wrap. Yes.
Yeah.
And Danny is just he kind of. It's weird to even say that Danny flies under the radar, but when
Dan McCarthy has a 10.
Alright,
Dan
so he's
McCarthy
in
with a
there.
10,
459.
but when you are shooting against a shooter
Levi
of
Morgan has a 10.
Levi Morgan's caliber, you can kind of do that.
457.
For a guy that has the resume of Dan, that just speaks to his
Joe Goza has has
Yeah.
a 10.
Oh, there you go. Joseph Goza has a 10.
447.
Both of them are, but Danny is just so humble. You would just
Justin
never
Martin
know.
has a 10.
Justin Martin has a 10, and I just watched Levi
43.
Morgan and
And Shane Bragg has a 10.
443, and Shane Bragg has a 10 for a 453. All right, let's go to the Bowjunky leaderboard, see how things look. All right, everybody, here we are. This is the 5th and final arrow of the PMR Pro Male Release, second leg of the National IBO Triple Crown. Levi Morgan came in with a 1-point lead, but currently trails Danny McCarthy on the last arrow. And as we were talking about before the break there, Levi and Danny made eye contact, and Levi kind of gave him that head shake and smile like, just ain't happening for me right now.
Yeah, it almost looked like Levi said a little prayer there for a second. Put his head down.
Levi absolutely has to hit an inside out here. There's just no doubt
Oh,
about it.
that looks beautiful.
He made a good shot. He
He
made a good shot. But Danny is on a relatively close target where he obviously knows the yardage,
he's
given it's his
been there.
last target.
He's glassing his target right now.
It's right on the edge of the woods.
He's kind of hoping that. Oh, did he even shoot yet?
No, Danny's at full draw. There he goes.
Score.
Levi just gave a fist pump,
Yep.
which means we're probably going to another arrow. So Levi Morgan gives a fist pump right there.
Has a 10.
Danny McCarthy has a 10. 469. All right, here we go.
12.
Shane Bragg with an
Good for
inside
him.
out. Good for him.
65.
Yep.
Justin
So
Martin has a 10.
Justin Martin with a 10 for a 453.
Joe Goza has a 10.
So I'll tell you what, here it comes right
Here
here.
it comes.
This arrow call right here is going to determine a lot.
This is going to be a 12.
Levi is
This
pretty
a 12.
confident, and when he saw
Levi
Danny's
saw it.
and a 12 for
Oh,
Levi
he does
Morgan.
it.
So
So they're
Levi
tied up.
Morgan shoots a
469.
469. So Levi Morgan on his very last arrow shoots an inside out 12. So Levi Morgan will be your
69 and 20.
second leg of the National IBO Triple Crown champion.
With a 465.
What is wrong with me?
All right, this is Greg Poole of Bowjunky Media. I'm here with your second leg of the IBO National Triple Crown winner, Levi Morgan. So you come into this with a 1-point lead and then proceed to shoot 4 10s in a row. Danny McCarthy, of course, catches you, goes up by 2, and then you absolutely not only need a bonus ring at the end, you need an inside out 12 to win this, and that was exciting, bro. What's the deal there?
Dude, that was the coolest shot ever, man. That's the most still my pen has sat all week, and I just could not get good numbers. I was making it. That's the best 5 arrows maybe ever I've fired in a shoot-off, and just had bad numbers, just barely missing. And I come to that last one, and I added one because I'd hit under, I think, 3 of the 4, and I just added one, took my hat off and said, Lord, you're going to have to help. And I told my Dale Jones was holding an umbrella. I said, I got to 12 this one to have a chance. And when it fired, he said, that looks awful good. And I said, if that's not a 12, I don't know where the 11 is on this thing. And Bino's up 12. I said, Danny's got a 10 it. And I pulled, and he missed the 11 by a 1/4 inch, and it was over. So, holy cow, man.
All right, so let's talk about that a little bit. The thing that I want to talk to you about specifically is that bonus ring aspect of the IBO. You've been shooting this for a long time now, so talk to us, as a competitor, someone who's won everything, kind of, your feelings on the opportunity like this, because previously, not only was there not a shoot-off, of course, but having the opportunity to get that bonus point. Kind of talk to us about, how you feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's a game. It's a more exciting game, obviously. Right there, I don't even have a chance to win. if we don't have that 12, you know. And so obviously I bear down. I really picked a spot, which is how you should shoot every shot, right? But and so like used to, I just had to manage the range, and I could normally win on the range, and I had figured that out over 15 years of doing it. This is different, you know, but I like it. It's good for archery. And I know Danny, I mean, he's going to shoot good every shoot off. He just kicks it into another gear, and he knows how to flip that switch and shoot better under pressure. And there's only a few people that can do that. Absolutely. And I was just laughing because I knew, you know, during this shoot off, I'm like, I'm making perfect shots, and I was trying to tell myself, don't get spun out because you're doing everything you need to do. And so it come down to the end, and I was just glad to have a chance. And to watch that arrow go right where I was looking, man, that's not a prettier sight in this game. So
I'm telling you. And my co-commentator John Vazzi actually noticed. He said right when you got ready to shoot that shot, he said that he saw you take your hat off and say a little prayer right there. So congratulations. That was an absolutely fantastic shoot off. I'm sure you would have liked to hit a bunch of bonus rings before that to not have to get there. But last thing, and I'll let you go. ASA Shane Bragg forces you to shoot a 14 to win it. You make it happen. Danny McCarthy comes out here, and I think by all accounts you would say you forced you to shoot an inside out to win this. But talk to us just real briefly about not just the factor of knowing how to win, but knowing how to win on a very last shot like that.
Yeah, it's a different feeling, you know, because everything in you wants to just, you know, it's that adrenaline running through your veins. And so it's a tough thing to go to stop it and to like funnel that into focus. And that's what you have to do. It's like hyper focus, and every ounce of pressure that you feel, because you feel so much in that moment. So it's easy to just get totally rattled, and that pin be going all over the place. But to hyper focus down on an arrow hole and say, this is the only shot I got, you know, and to be aggressive, to not be like, don't lose, but do everything you can to win. And that's the attitude you have to take into that arrow. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I pray to God on that last shot, not that he lets me win, that he lets me have a good attitude with the outcome, because I know I'm not the only one out here God loves. God loves all of us, right? So I don't want that to be confused. But, you know, I'm so thankful and grateful for those moments, win or lose, just to have a chance at the end. So
Absolutely. Congratulations, bud.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right.